We're going to go a little bit deeper into how Kiran and Brian has started us off on the day. Um, I want to start off with a couple of things. The first thing that I actually wrote here was something that I saw in this movie long back. I don't know how many of you have watched it. It's called Spotlight. Bruce Banner in a very different role, but Spotlight it's called. If you haven't watched it, please go ahead and watch it. It's about, and we will talk about, we will be politically incorrect because if we are civil society, we cannot afford to be scared. But we will do so without necessarily making it disrespectful for the other side, because that's also who we are at Protsahan. We cannot engage in a dialogue with the other if we other them right at the beginning of it. So, this movie, there's this line that says, "It takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes a village to abuse one." I want you to sit with it for a few seconds. It takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes a village to abuse one. Today, as I stand here reflecting on 15 years, Brian, of Protsahan, I'm reminded of why we began this journey. Brian shared that story of this young woman who had 6 daughters, was pregnant with the 7th child. She could not send one of her daughters, in fact, any of her daughters, to school or any kind of learning. And I remember this because I was on a film shoot that we were doing in that area that day, and you and I walked like this. This child was wobbling and limping like this. And when I asked the mother, what's happened with this baby? She was 7.5 years old. This mum says, as a matter of fact, that every 3 or 4 days, आप टेंशन मत लो मैडम, हम कंडम वंडम के साथ इसको भेजते हैं, तो टेंशन की बात नहीं है. So every 3 or 4 days, we send her with a pack of condoms so that she comes back and with that little, 1 kilo doodh, आधा kilo atta, आधा kilo, half a kg flour, 1 kg of rice that this girl brings back after being abused is how the family runs. And because she was pregnant with the 7th baby, which was very visibly, heavily, her pregnancy was showing, I asked her, what is it that you're going to do with the 7th baby? And she says, like Brian said, as a matter of fact again, that if it's a boy, I'm going to bring him up, get him educated. But this time, if it's a girl again, I will strangle her the moment she's born. Gender equity and law, I think in the last 15 years of Protsahan, if I dare say, we still haven't understood what gender would mean, what diversity would mean, what inclusion would mean, what law, child rights law would mean. Over the course of this, founding this organization with my incredibly amazing team, who will probably be like flies on the wall today, but you will meet them over lunch and tea. We've come a long way. And every 5 years we realize, oh my God, we really don't know anything. Every 3 to 5 years we realize, हम और ज़्यादा नहीं जानते हैं. But 15 साल में एक चीज़ जो समझे हैं, one thing out of these 15 years that we have understood, or we are beginning to unpack, is that whatever little that we have understood about healing and psychosocial rehabilitation, psychological first aid, everybody does not need to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist to work around, or a child rights lawyer to start working around unpacking the trauma of kids. Of course, you need specialized help, sometimes when the child does. But it's really what both Kiran and Brian kind of started us off on the day with, that it's really the heart. Heart for us is HEART. In as many words, it's an acronym for us as well. H is health, E is education. You will find all of this on the website as well. A is arts, R is rights, T is technology. Because unless we're doing it with a whole child approach, we are not doing it right. 15 years ago, we started with an honest belief that every child deserves to be seen, heard, and deeply, deeply loved. Of course, beyond the laws and all of those polyvagal theories that you will do masterclasses on today as frontline caregivers, every child just needs to be loved and made to feel seen, heard, and safe. We started with the rescue of one girl in the dark slums of Delhi in 2010, that is. Over time, that one child's story became the story of thousands and thousands of young girls and children we have walked with. But as our impact grew, so did our understanding of the problem. We realized we are not just here to make the world a happy place. We are not just here to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, as it's called. We were here to solve a problem. A bloody big problem that was of providing care, capital, and capabilities to 170 million children in India, or 17 crore बच्चे, आप गिनने बैठो तो गिन भी नहीं पाओगे, who are silenced, excluded, and abused and traumatized. And at Protsahan, when we use the word childhood trauma or trauma, this is not the Instagram version of the word trauma where everything is trauma. You will see it when we talk trauma, what it really unpacks for the child and the child's family and the immediate community and the child forever, even then later on, subsequently as a young adult, adolescent, young adult, or an older person. To truly solve this problem, Protsahan, we had to let go of our ego. And I say that with extreme, we were young people, right? Making headlines in newspaper front pages by the time we were 24, 25, 26. It's very easy to let it get to your head. और NGO सेक्टर में हमेशा बहुत हद तक हम ये भी देखते हैं कि आदत है, हम बहुत ज़्यादा बोलते हैं, हम स्पॉटलाइट शेयर करने से बहुत कतराते हैं. But there are people in the room today, including Pooja from CRY and so many more, जिन्होंने हमारे साथ CRY का स्टेज शेयर किया. तो हम अब सीख रहे हैं कि हमसे जो छोटी संस्थाएं हैं या बड़ी संस्थाएं हैं उनके साथ हम कुछ ऐसा जो हम सब इकट्ठा सीख सकते हैं, that we can all learn together without necessarily ये हमारे लोगों का ठप्पा है. If we can go beyond that. We had to let go of our ego, right? We had to stop saying that we have all the answers or we will only go as far as Uttam Nagar, Dwarka or Najafgarh, the areas that where we started really our work. Because healing childhood trauma demands a collective, systemic, and a scaled approach. One that centers equipping the social workers, so many of the incredible social workers who are there today in this room, teachers, lawyers, psychologists, caregivers, parents, Anganwadi workers, who are at the heart of the child protection ecosystem. But doer से enabler बनने का जो journey है वो बहुत कठिन है. Polina is standing in the back smiling. This has also been one of the things that we have learned with Ashoka, with Nudge, that it's important, and you will find some of those voices in the room resonate and shine today. We were so stuck on to being the doer, like every social worker is, that we are the ones making the change. Yeah, we are at the heart of the problem solving. But systems change se pehle, before systems change, we need to hold systems accountability. So if that means it is unlocking the access to some government scheme or entitlement for the child who's lost his father or mother or one parent to COVID or otherwise, can we unlock that 50,000 rupees of the CM or the PM scheme? That itself becomes a part of the child protection ecosystem. बहुत सारे लोगों को लग सकता है कि चाइल्ड प्रोटेक्शन इकोसिस्टम हम भी देख रहे हैं पॉक्सो और जेजे है ना, प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ चिल्ड्रन अगेंस्ट सेक्शुअल ऑफेंसेस एंड जुवेनाइल जस्टिस एक्ट ऑफ द कंट्री. दीज टू आर द स्टार्ट एंड द एंड ऑफ द चाइल्ड प्रोटेक्शन. नो, द टीचर इन द क्लासरूम is the child protection first shield too. Today, as we launch Protsahan's digital toolkit on healing childhood trauma, a resource that decodes the neurobiology of trauma and equips the social workers with DIY, do-it-yourself tools and learning at their own pace, we have also realized in this journey what scale would mean for us. Does scale mean 17 crore बच्चे जो जस्ट ने सुबह बात करी? Does scale mean that, oh, we have to reach 17 crore kids? But we are also beginning to unpack what we have learned through creativity, that art and craft and all of those things that we have understood and unpacked for a child. Trauma कैसा? सिर्फ sexual abuse नहीं. Trauma is in a million ways. ट्रॉमा वो भी है जब एक छोटी बच्ची आपके पास आती है और आप फ्री हग्स, क्योंकि जब शुरू में आप सोशल वर्कर होते हो, फिर एक दिन आपको इंस्टीट्यूशन बिल्ड करना पड़ता है, तो फिर बोर्ड को संभालना पड़ता है और बहुत सारी और चीज़ें करनी पड़ती हैं. बट जब आप शुरू करते हो, so you just sitting in the staircase, and Prerna, who's on the camera today, may remember some of these moments. You're just sitting and saying, hey, free hugs. And this little 1.5 foot child comes to you and she turns and bends over. Because her understanding of love is always being raped by her father every night. So when you say, free hugs, come, this child turns around and says, okay, maybe that's love. How do we unpack that? And we've dared to digitize some of our learnings, our social workers' ka wisdom in some of the little snippets that you will see throughout the day, but we will also launch it today. These will be out on YouTube, these will be out on, we are not going to make an app for this. I think Zomatos and Swiggies themselves struggle with getting downloads for the app. We are not going to get in that race. We're going to do trainings and trainings and trainings with fascinating people like you in Jharkhand and Bihar and Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. And Charul, who you see running around with Mike today, is my partner in crime on getting this work across to different states and villages and districts in the country. कि healing के मायने क्या हैं? आप एक कॉरपोरेट को सिर्फ एजुकेशन एक्टिविटीज़ और हेल्थ केयर एक्टिविटीज़ एंड CSR से निकालना पड़ेगा. This will be that first step that we have tried to unpack it. We have used arts, we have used animation, we have used music, we have used all the little crazy creativity things that social workers of our capability and cadre can dare to. Our country, like every other country in this world, has so many important and intellectual conversations in Lutyens, Delhi. But somewhere along in these conversations, we always forget the simplicity and the complexity of the child in the child protection ecosystem. The one who is, as in India we say, child who's in conflict with law, and the child who's in need of care and protection in the law. We also forget, hence, the backbone of the child protection ecosystem, our social workers, teachers, judges, lawyers, psychologists, Anganwadi workers, the parents, the community itself. These are the people on the ground and in the trenches working tirelessly to safeguard our children. Yet, their needs for specialized training and tools for these social workers often go unmet. This toolkit that you're going to see today, parts of it, is for them. It's about empowering social workers to decode what trauma looks like in children, how it hides in behaviors, how it rewires the brain for survival. Brain का सबसे important function cognition and learning नहीं है. Brain का सबसे important function is survival. How do our social workers decode that? And how we as a collective can nurture their healing with arts and connection. Why is it important? Because 9 times out of 10, the story behind a child's misbehavior won't make you angry. If you know the story, it'll break your heart. Children don't get traumatized because they are hurt. They go traumatized because they are sitting alone in that hurt. Trauma, childhood trauma, rewires the brain completely. And we're going to use these little, कुछ आपने अगर मास्टर क्लास का एनवेलप अगर खोल के देखा हो, आप देखो कि उसमें चीटियाँ हैं, बटरफ्लाइज हैं, कुछ स्टिकर्स हैं, उनके साथ हम थोड़ा we'll have fun today. But the whole point is we'll make it silly and simple, but we will leave you with a message that will make you possibly hear the story that the child is facing. Our brains are wired for connection, but trauma rewires the brains only for protection. That's why healthy relationships feel impossible for wounded children. This toolkit by Protsahan is about just changing that. By understanding tools like polyvagal theory, expressive arts therapy, the socio-ecological models, amygdala kya hai? Yes. Sorry, my bad. This toolkit is about changing that. By understanding tools like the polyvagal theory, expressive arts therapy, socio-ecological model, amygdala, hippocampus, what happens in an abused child's brain? The amygdala, which is that little almond-shaped thing in next to the hippocampus in the brain. Why do we say that social workers को बस बच्चे को छाती से लगाना है? Why shouldn't social workers understand what's happening in the brain of the child? Why shouldn't the parents understand what's happening in the brain of my child? Why shouldn't each of us understand what was happening in our own brains as kids that made us get certain kind of social behaviors that we exhibit today? We'll talk about the psychological first aid and so on and so forth. Social workers can move now from seeing children's behaviors as problems to recognizing them as just survival strategies. This shift fosters deeper empathy, will dare to build a little more trust, and create a foundation for true healing. And we'll do it the Protsahan way, through heart. Let's remember a few things as we go into launching the first toolkit video. Trauma doesn't come back as a memory. It oftentimes comes back as a reaction that you have no idea where it's coming from. Whether or not you choose to accept it, trauma is stored in our bodies, as adults too. Behavior is the language of trauma. A child will show you before they tell you that they are in distress. Healing begins the moment a child feels seen and heard, not just by the parents or teachers, by the justice system too. Everything is not trauma. Polyvagal theory that you will decode and go deep today in is the key to resolving the trauma that is stored in the body of a child. This toolkit is not just a resource, it's an invitation to every social worker, parent, caregiver, change maker, to watch the pain behind a child's behavior, hold space for their healing, and guide them towards connection and safety. As we launch this toolkit today, I'm filled with extreme hope because I know that together with the right knowledge, the right tools that are open source public goods that enable and distribute the ability to solve, with compassion and action, we can shift the trauma or the story of trauma into a story of resilience, that pain into power, and that silence into strength. Protsahan is here to generously share all of that as an open source public good that we have learned, that how we've built it by working with some of the most marginalized girls who've fallen off the margins. Thank you for walking this journey with us. Let's continue to be the village that heals every child. On behalf of my incredible board, advisors, funders, my exceptional team, and of course my awesome rockstar girls, I welcome you to launch and deep dive into the toolkit.
कल्पना कीजिए कि एक खूंखार भेड़िया गुर्राते हुए आपकी ओर दौड़ रहा है। आपका शरीर तुरंत हाई अलर्ट पर चला जाता है। ऐसा इसलिए होता है क्योंकि हमारे शरीर में एक अलार्म सिस्टम है, स्ट्रेस रिस्पॉन्स सिस्टम, जो हमें खतरनाक स्थितियों में सुरक्षित रखता है। डर में हमारा शरीर अलग अलग जवाब देता है। भागने का मन करता है, जिसे हम फ्लाइट कहते हैं, सामना करने का, जिसे हम फाइट कहते हैं, या फिर जमे रहने का, जिसे हम फ्रीज कहते हैं। ये प्रतिक्रिया कॉर्टिसोल नामक हार्मोन के रिलीज से नियंत्रित होती है। थोड़ा सा कॉर्टिसोल सुरक्षा के लिए जरूरी है, लेकिन लंबे समय तक हाई लेवल्स इस अलार्म सिस्टम को शॉर्ट सर्किट कर सकते हैं, मस्तिष्क को सिकोड़ सकते हैं। विवादित क्षेत्रों में रहने वाले बच्चों को चारों तरफ की हिंसा से लगातार तनाव झेलना पड़ता है। ये ब्रेन स्टेम को डिसरप्ट करता है, जो नींद, भूख, तापमान और हार्ट रेट जैसे आवश्यक शारीरिक कार्यों का संचालन करता है। इस डिसरप्शन के कारण उनकी नींद और भूख अनियमित हो जाती है, जिससे लगातार थकान और पोषण की कमी होती है। अमिगडाला, जो भय और चिंता का घर है, अत्यंत सक्रिय हो जाता है। इसका नतीजा ये होता है कि बच्चा हमेशा घबराहट और डरा हुआ महसूस करता है, सुरक्षित परिस्थितियों में भी आराम नहीं कर पाता। हिप्पोकैम्पस, जो सीखने और याद रखने के लिए जिम्मेदार है, सिकुड़ जाता है, जिससे एकाग्रता और याददाश्त में समस्याएं आती हैं। प्रीफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स, जो हमारी प्लानिंग, निर्णय और भावनाओं के नियंत्रण में शामिल होता है, प्रभावित होता है। इससे खराब फोकस, बिना सोचे समझे निर्णय लेना और भावनाओं पर नियंत्रण करने में मुश्किल होती है, जिससे बच्चा आक्रामक एक्ट करने लगता है और भविष्य के लिए प्रभावपूर्ण प्लान करने में संघर्ष करता है। और तो और खराब पोषण, हिंसा, दुर्व्यवहार के संपर्क में आना और भेदभाव जैसे कारक तनाव को और ज्यादा बढ़ा देते हैं, जिससे उनके मानसिक विकास और समग्र स्वास्थ्य पर नकारात्मक प्रभाव पड़ता है। ट्रॉमा हमारे जीन्स को भी प्रभावित करता है। एक पुस्तकालय की कल्पना करें जिसमें हमारे संचालन के बारे में सारी महत्वपूर्ण सूचना है। हर किताब एक जीन है और हर पन्ना एक डीएनए सीक्वेंस। एपिजेनेटिक्स हमें बताता है कि हमारा वातावरण इन पन्नों पर रासायनिक निशान छोड़ता है, जो तय करता है कि हमारे जीन्स कैसे व्यक्त होंगे। एक वैज्ञानिक शोध में पाया गया है कि चूहों को बचपन में माता पिता का प्यार कम मिलने के कारण उनके डीएनए पर एक विशेष एपिजेनेटिक निशान पड़ता है, जिससे उनकी आने वाली कई पीढ़ियां तनाव के प्रति अधिक संवेदनशील हो जाती हैं। एक एडवर्स चाइल्डहुड एक्सपीरियंस महत्वपूर्ण पन्नों पर जटिल गहरे निशान डाल न जाने कितनी पीढ़ियों को नुकसान पहुंचा सकता है। लेकिन आश्चर्यजनक खोज ये थी कि अगर माता पिता का प्यार मिले तो इससे आए एपिजेनेटिक परिवर्तन आने वाली कई पीढ़ियों की तनाव संवेदनशीलता को कम कर देते हैं। सहायता थेरेपी नए कौशल सीखकर और सकारात्मक रिश्तों के साथ डीएनए पर पड़े उन नकारात्मक निशानों को फिर से लिखकर दिमाग नए कनेक्शन बना सकता है। ट्रॉमा की न्यूरोबायोलॉजी को समझने से हमें प्रभावित बच्चों को बेहतर सहायता देने में मदद मिलती है। सकारात्मक अनुभवों को बढ़ावा देकर हम हीलिंग और रेजिलियंस को बढ़ा सकते हैं, अगली पीढ़ी के लिए उज्जवल भविष्य सुनिश्चित कर सकते हैं। दुनिया को बदलने का कोई झटपट उपाय नहीं है, लेकिन जब हम खुद में बदलाव लाते हैं तो देखो दुनिया भी बदल जाती है। हीलिंग इज पॉसिबल।